Hello everyone and welcome out to W13 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you are watching Saturday Night Superstars.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. From Charlotte, weighing 245 pounds, one of the World Tag Team Champions, R-Truth.
With the Royal Rumble just 8 days away, the Superstars of Raw and SmackDown get more and more ready for that big 30-man match. But for two Superstars, being R-Truth and The Miz, they need to get ready for Kevin Nash and X-Pac. So here tonight they are doing a couple of exhibition one-on-ones to try and get that a little bit more ready for this upcoming World Tag Team Championship match. Now here tonight we got R-Truth up against Jinder Mahal one-on-one, two tag team specialists competing in singles competition. And then in our main event tonight, as you've seen from the thumbnail, we've got a special champion versus champion attraction as the Cruiserweight champion Heath Slater faces off against one half of the World Tag Team Champions, The Miz. That should make for a really good main event tonight, honestly. We got a huge match in between those two from SmackDown, as the number one contender for the United States Championship, Dolph Ziggler, is set to face one-on-one the undefeated European champion, Tensai.
From Punjab, India, weighing 222 pounds, Jinder Mahal.
Now when I say undefeated, obviously I'm not talking about his entire win-loss record. Tensai has suffered losses in the past, make no mistake of it. But Dolph Ziggler sets his sights on the United States Championship next Sunday. Here tonight he goes one-on-one with the European champion, and this could be a huge trial for Dolph Ziggler. He personally requested that he gets this match. He says he doesn't want Tensai's championship. Maybe one day Dolph Ziggler will win the European championship. He's not closed off to that. He thinks all championships are worth pursuing. But as it currently stands, Dolph Ziggler is the number one contender for the United States Championship. But a little bit of a warm-up against a person that he honestly feels is a bigger challenge, a bigger threat than the current United States champion, could be the way to go. We're here tonight on Superstars, though, with this first match of 3. And this should... But yeah, it's crazy to think this time next week for Superstars we will be 1 day away from the Royal Rumble matchup, and I cannot wait to see who wins the 2012 Royal Rumble. We just found out last night on SmackDown, Triple H, the original number 30 for the Royal Rumble, has been removed from the Royal Rumble match as he is set to face off against Brock Lesnar for the World Heavyweight Championship now instead. And for those that want that huge announcement, here it is. In a reaction to his last elimination from the Battle Royal, Sheamus has obviously not taken it well, and he has demanded that he gets to face Triple H one-on-one next week on SmackDown. So this should be a perfect warm-up for Triple H before facing Brock Lesnar to see if he can defeat the man that Lesnar most recently on pay-per-view retained his World Heavyweight Championship against. A lot of people think that R-Truth and The Miz are kind of fluke tag team champions, that their reign will not be very long. They weren't even rightfully contenders for the World Tag Team Championships. That will be proven later on in the night as R-Truth, or later on next week, when R-Truth and The Miz defend 2 World Tag Team Championships against the rightful contenders, the Clicks, X-Pac and Kevin Nash. And of course, I won't deny R-Truth and The Miz, they won those tag team championships in a handicap match, so I can understand the controversy behind the way in which they won those titles. It's definitely not a traditional way to see World Tag Team Championships contested for. I don't even think it takes a genius to say that.
An incredible series of moves there. Nobody's budging an inch in this one. R-Truth into the headlock.
Jinder Mahal, someone who I think has really been trying to find his footing lately in the WWE. He says that he actually looks at all of the recent releases that happened here in the WWE as a good thing for Jinder, because they now mean that there is more room for someone who has had untapped potential like himself to develop and be embraced as a talent that he is. Well, I guess we'll see about that, won't we? The ropes. Nice clothesline there by Jinder Mahal. Could him and Khali one day be World Tag Team Champions? That is the question. At the moment, they don't really seem to be working very much as a team. A lot of people have been speculating whether or not these guys are even still officially a tag team, as the brothers seem incredibly distant from each other. Great Khali picking up a big win on Superstars last week. At least I think it was last week. I'm not entirely sure now, actually. I should probably shut up in that regard. Very interested in our next match. Honestly, I wonder if Dolph Ziggler can be the first to shake Tensai's momentum. The European champion has been nothing but impressive lately. But he has yet to set foot in the ring. Someone quite like Dolph Ziggler.
Controlling the waist. And he's forced back in the ring. Okay, what does our truth need to do now? Oh, geez. You know, these competitors are so evenly matched, I wouldn't even begin to guess at this point.
Truth catching Jinder Mahal, and there's the little Jimmy. He got him. Our Truth now taking Jinder Mahal away from the ropes, shoulders flat on the mat, cover attempt here on Jinder, and it's a victory for the World Tag Team Champion. And I wonder if his partner Miz will be able to celebrate the same later on tonight when he faces the Cruiserweight Champion, Heath Slater. Did he have his own victory animation?
And what a contest! We definitely just witnessed one for the ages.
I think he does. This doesn't look familiar. Yeah, there you go. That's how I know it is for a fact. Well, I don't think I've seen this before, to be honest. Truth doesn't get a lot of singles victories, when I'm being completely honest. Nonetheless, I mean, a huge victory for our Truth here tonight over Jinder Mahal as he continues to pick up momentum. Not quite the level of X-Pac or Kevin Nash, but that is to come next week. For now, this a little bit of momentum, I'm sure, will go a long way for our Truth. But up next, some action from SmackDown as the European champion Tensai goes one-on-one with the #1 contender for the United States Championship, Dolph Ziggler.
Making his way to the ring, from Hollywood, Florida, weighing 223 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Well, as I say, he is kind of the man of the hour right now. Dolph Ziggler has been called the undisputed future of Friday nights. He's very much taken that place from Drew McIntyre, as heartbreaking as that is to say. Drew McIntyre at one point I felt was destined for a World Championship, and I'm not saying he isn't anymore, but I am saying that that moniker seems to now fit Dolph Ziggler a little more than it did McIntyre, and that is unfortunate for me to have to admit. But hey man, that's just how it goes sometimes. Dolph Ziggler ready for action here tonight. As we await the arrival of the European champion, Tensai.
And approaching the ring, accompanied by the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow, weighing 360 pounds, the European champion, Tensai.
Well, what the hell is this? Tensai, accompanied by Damien Sandow? Now, I want to call this an unholy alliance. I want to say that I don't agree with this at all. But I got a funny feeling Tensai isn't really all that interested or fussed in the idea of Damien Sandow standing behind him right now. I don't think he really cares that Sandow is there, if you know what I mean. Well, this Should be an interesting matchup, Dolph Ziggler and Tensai. Kind of reminds me when Dolph Ziggler went one-on-one with Ryback a while back, and we really saw just how gifted Dolph Ziggler is. Such a good showing. I'm very interested to see how this one goes down. Dolph Ziggler will not back down. Damien Sandow can be in that corner. Tensai can be the guy he's up against. I don't think Dolph Ziggler cares. He wants that opportunity. This guy would go toe-to-toe with Brock Lesnar if he had to. Dolph Ziggler is all about seizing the opportunities that are thrown his way, as little as they may be. Do you wonder if Dolph Ziggler will be the new United States champion next Sunday at the Royal Rumble? You know, Damien Sandow will do everything in his power to keep hold of that United States Championship. So I'm not expecting a clean fight next Sunday between those two. Nice dropkick there by Dolph Ziggler. We were told that next week on SmackDown, next week on Superstars will be treated to a main event showdown between Zack Ryder and Rey Mysterio as they relive their Extreme Rules encounter from last year. The last time those two set foot in the ring one-on-one, after Zack Ryder really brought it to Rey Mysterio in that tag team match this past Friday on SmackDown, and Mysterio and Guerrero picked up the win. Ryder wants a one-on-one rematch to try and get back that momentum, to try and relive the time he defeated Rey Mysterio to win the Cruiserweight Championship. Cover attempt here, and no. Sandow getting very frustrated on the outside, and I gotta say, understandably so. I think he was really hoping to see Tensai just brutalize Dolph Ziggler, and so far that has not been the case. You can't keep a good guy down, and Dolph Ziggler is one of the best.
Tensai has the headlock.
Tensai lifting Dolph Ziggler up for a huge suplex. It's upcoming Monday on Raw. We got a huge tag team main event for you. Just 6 days before the Royal Rumble, where Ken Shamrock will lay it all on the line in a WWE Championship match against JBL. We've got a huge one-on-one confrontation, sorry, two-on-two confrontation, as the Weapons of Mass Destruction face off against JBL and a partner of his choosing. I'm very curious to see who JBL ends up teaming with.
Tensai from behind.
Strike to the back of the head there. Oh, nice reversal by Tensai.
Oh, what a painful kick. Oh, big elbow into the collar and elbow tie-up. Only one can come out ahead.
Truly, yes, two superstars really lay it on the line here tonight. To say Tensai not actually scheduled to compete at the Royal Rumble as it currently stands. I'll quickly consult whether or not this man has been confirmed as a participant in the 2012 Royal Rumble, and as it currently stands, no, Tensai is not one of the confirmed participants in the 2012 Royal Rumble, but I can confirm that both Dolph Ziggler and Damien Sandow will be in the 2012 Royal Rumble. Oh my god, can you imagine if Damien Sandow wins this year's Royal Rumble? Can you imagine? Ziggler turns around, zigzag. Nicely done. Damien Sandow watching on, sorry, as Dolph Ziggler goes for a cover attempt on Tensai off a zigzag, and that did nothing to Tensai. That did absolutely nothing. Yeah, sorry, I was saying before, can you imagine if Damien Sandow were to win the 2012 Royal Rumble? He could be the United States champion, the holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase, and guaranteed a match at WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight or WWE Championships. I don't really know what happened there. If he, say he was to win the WWE Championship after winning the Royal Rumble, could he then cash in his briefcase on the World Heavyweight Championship as well? Dolph Ziggler getting all fired up here.
Look at those eyes.
Could we be seeing the beginning of the end? There it is. A second zigzag on Tensai. If one doesn't succeed, then another... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Dolph Ziggler getting in the face of Damien Sandow, and he drops him. And that distraction seems to have paid off in the favor of Tensai, the European champion, who now comes in with that mean streak of his. Sandow at ringside letting everyone know he's okay after the strike to the face from Dolph Ziggler, as if anyone was really concerned.
And he makes it to the ropes. Too slow.
Tensai with a reversal there. I'll tell you, the 2012 Royal Rumble is something I am very excited about. I can't even begin to imagine who is going to come out the winner and what championship they will face off for. One thing we know about this year's Royal Rumble is that The Rock will be the first entrant into the Royal Rumble, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. He could go the distance. We haven't seen it yet. I think both Royal Rumbles we've seen, it was early entries in the match. That were, sorry, it was late entries in the match that ended up winning the Royal Rumble on both occasions. So that is currently the statistical favorite, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible.
What strength, fighting his way out. Drop kick, right on target. Tensai may have some trouble shaking that one off. Ow, hard kick to the ribs.
Tensai getting set up here by Dolph Ziggler. This could be absolutely huge. Oh my god, wow!
What an amazing move.
That was nuts. And of course,
Each of these competitors is looking for the
Dolph's... Oh, nice.
You can take someone's head off with that.
What are you doing, Dolph? Dolph, no. Dolph, no. Dolph, no.
Goes behind.
I think Dolph Ziggler may have made a serious slip up there. He got a little bit too ahead of himself. The show-off side of Dolph Ziggler kind of came out a little too strongly there.
A vicious elbow drop.
And now Tensai is completely in control.
Bam, another kick. He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match.
Tensai catches Dolph's... Oh, no one is kicked out of this yet. No one is kicked out of this yet, as far as I can remember, anyway. Well, actually, no, I think Goldust might have done. I don't think anyone's kicked out of this yet. Sweeps the leg, claw in the face of Dolph Ziggler, and with some help from Damien Sandow, for sure, Tensai picks up a victory over Dolph Ziggler. What is this? These guys forming some kind of an alliance? I'm sure I'd love to know what those guys talk about. Well, either way, Tensai is victorious as we move towards our main event here tonight. It's champion versus champion, the cruiserweight champion Heath Slater, who, by the way, is a confirmed participant in the 2012 Royal Rumble, will face off against another confirmed participant in the 2012 Royal Rumble, who will be defending his World Tag Team Championship this upcoming Sunday as well. I'm talking about The Miz. Slater and Miz, one-on-one up next. This should be a very interesting one-on-one matchup. The last time these two met one-on-one, I want to say was Over the Limit, maybe? Maybe it wasn't Vengeance. I think it might have been Over the Limit for the Intercontinental Championship, and they had one hell of a match. I really think that was the moment that we all kind of started to believe in Heath Slater that little bit more. So to see these two face off here tonight, this is gonna be a big time match. It's not every night you see The Miz here on Superstars. As I said before, obviously with the recent roster cuts in the WWE, until we pick up some new talent at the start of Season 4, Superstars will remain kind of star-studded in a way. We'll be seeing some bigger names competing here on Superstars in the coming weeks. As I said before, we've got Rey Mysterio set to face Zack Ryder next week on Superstars, as well as Drew McIntyre and Edge set to go one-on-one, and the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, David Otunga, faces off against one of the contenders for the Miz's Tag Team Championship in X-Pac. And speaking of the Miz, he will once again be in action in 2 days' time as he is set to kick off next week's upcoming Raw in a one-on-one confrontation with Kevin Nash. That is going to be a very tough challenge for this former WWE champion, but I think he likes when he's the underdog. I think he likes being you know, the one that people don't believe in, the one that people don't think stands a chance at winning that match in any means. I think that's what the Miz thrives off of. He wants you to believe. As I say, the last time these two met in the ring, it was one of the best matches of the night. Perhaps one of the most standout matches of the year. Curious to see how times have changed. Obviously, Heath Slater is a lot more established now than he was then. As I said, I think that was really the beginning of Heath Slater's ascent, which has led him to the Cruiserweight Championship so far. That Intercontinental title doesn't seem too far out of reach.
These competitors will always be looking to unleash their finishing maneuver, and when that happens,
a little block in the leg of Miz, and then a neck breaker there.
I've talked to a lot of people, King, and they're all impressed with Heath Slater. Oh yeah, I'm one of them. This guy's got
Slater caught up on the ropes here, and nice move there by the Miz. And he'll let you know it. Slater seeming a little bit overwhelmed here tonight. Obviously, we call him the Superstars Superstar because this is very much his show. Right now, I think Miz is making a bit of a mockery out of Heath Slater. Some real shades of the old Miz here as he really indulges in the damage that he's done to Heath Slater. The Cruiserweight Champion taking Miz back into the ring. I guess Miz has really got to be on top form here tonight, as he is looking towards facing Kevin Nash 2 times in the span of a week. And that is not going to be easy for the Miz in the slightest.
Heath Slater controlling the waist. Oh my gosh, dumped right on the back of the head.
And you wonder what the future holds for the World Tag Team Championships. And of course, for the recently announced St. Valentine's Day Massacre, we can look forward to finding out a new Cruiserweight Championship contender as well as a European Championship contender. Both Slater and Tensai will have some people chopping at the bit to get that shot at their championships in the near future, I'm sure. Slater now coming alive in this matchup, really getting back into this as he takes down Miz, that leg sweep.
The surfboard is being locked in, looking for the submission.
You know, it's absolutely crazy to think that just a little over a week we will finally know who is going to WrestleMania, who is the first confirmed superstar to be going to WrestleMania, who will be main eventing and fighting for the World Heavyweight or WWE Championship. I can't wait to find out, honestly. Knowing that these two are in the Royal Rumble match as well, I think these are two people that would actually make for really great Royal Rumble winners. Now, I know a lot of people would laugh at the idea of Heath Slater. They clearly haven't been paying attention lately to what this guy has been able to do. As Miz literally just put himself through that table. I mean, I don't think Slater really felt any of that. A neck breaker on the table.
These are great competitors, great, tremendous gladiators here in WWE. Miz is in trouble. Oh, the elbow connects.
Slater sends Miz into the ring as he gets that elbow, and Slater looking to perhaps put this one away nice and quickly here. This would be absolutely huge. Sweetness on the Miz. My God, imagine if he could pin the Miz here tonight. To say he's pinned a former WWE champion would be amazing.
Miz is like the high school bully that got the cheerleaders. I can't help but root for any opponent that faces him. Good counter there by Slater.
Slater continues to put up one hell of a fight. Roll-up attempt here on The Miz. This could be the moment. No.
And he lights up his chest with a chop. Reversal by The Miz. Big kick echoing around the arena.
Nice clothesline there by The Miz as he now takes control of this matchup. Miz has been absolutely brutalized by JBL multiple times lately, and I feel like they've made him a stronger man because of it. I wonder if when he delivers a clothesline he gets flashbacks to the one that JBL delivers. That thing is disastrous.
He's begging for it.
And Miz is looking to put this one away here. As Heath Slater struggles to get to his feet, the Cruiserweight Champion dropped flat down on his face with the skull-crushing finale, and he kicks out. That is a surprise.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to... Look at this!
Miz catching Slater. Ooh, that is not where a bloodied face wants to land, or how, I should say. Slater struggling to get to his feet, and for the second time, the skull-crushing finale. If at first you don't succeed, there you go.
And Miz picks up the win.
The Miz is victorious, closing out this week's edition of Superstars, but I think that was a good showing from the Cruiserweight Champion Heath Slater. But you just don't underestimate the longest reigning WWE Champion in history. The Miz with a huge victory here tonight, and he could have 2 huge victories next Sunday at the Royal Rumble. He could not only keep his tag titles, but win the Royal Rumble match itself. You never know. But for now, that is it. Thank you all for watching this edition of Superstars, and I will see you in 2 days' time on Monday Night Raw. Bye-bye.